Hi, this is Kimberly with My Craft Spot, and I made this fun card and wanted to share it with you. The cow was cut from the Create a Critter cartridge, and I cut it, it's on page 60, and I cut the cow with all of its layers at 3 inches. And the words actually come from a couple of places. First of all, the Just Because cartridge had the words feeling sick, milk it, and it also had the milk jugs. Now the milk jugs I cut at 3.5 inches. There's the milk jug. And I cut 3 of them. But the words, if you'll notice, the words are kind of in a block. And I needed the words to go across the top because I didn't have enough room for the block. And I couldn't cut it apart without making it look funny. So what I did is I just cut, I'm trying to get this to focus in, sorry. So I just cut the filling and the milk. Those are the layers for this particular phrase. So I just cut those two, and I cut it twice out of a dark brown, and then the craft color that's on the inside of the card, and then I inked it to make it that other color. And I cut those out at 3 inches, these 2 words. The filling, and the word milk, because those were the 2 that were the layers. Okay? And then the other ones, I wanted to get it to match pretty close, and it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty close. So I used my Gypsy. Okay, so as long as the letters are highlighted, and if you come over here and select the mat, click on that, and hold it down a little bit, it'll show you what cartridge it's from. Now this happens to be, I don't remember what it's called. It's kind of the blocky one. I'm thinking that it's Jumbo. Okay, so each of those I also cut out twice so that I could offset them a little bit and layer them. And it makes it so that you can see it better against the slightly patterned background. Okay, so this is actually, it started out as a piece of 8.5 by 11 craft colored cardstock, and I cut it in half lengthways. Then I trimmed off some of it before I used my Martha Stewart lace doily punch to go ahead and punch that out. And let's see, oh, the ribbon, I like that part. The ribbon, I bought this at Hobby Lobby. It's the Ribbon Boutique ribbon, and I don't know if you can see this. We'll try and hold it up kind of close. It's flat in the center, and then it has a ruffle on each edge. And there's lots of fun things you can do with this, but today I was just looking for just a thin little piece of ruffled ribbon, and I didn't want to have to sew it and gather it, and so I grabbed this and I just kind of hid it under this piece of patterned cardstock. I'll show you. So I just lined it up right there with that edge, and then I have my cute little ruffled edge without hardly any work, and I always love that. Okay, the paper came from the Paper Loft, and it has the kind of a dark green and brown toned on the back. And on the front, this is the Herb Garden Annie's Apron page, and it's just got this pretty print. And I really liked that. And then the cow, the pattern paper came from Die Cuts with a View, and everything was inked with the Ranger Walnut Distress ink and my little inking tool. So I inked the edges of everything, including the lace, all of the letters, the cow, even its little udder, and I just inked it really lightly since that was a really light pink, and inked around all the edges, even milk bottles. And the milk bottles I did with just a really light cream to match the cardstock instead of a white. So here it is. Fill and silk. Milk it. I'm sure that I'll have a use for this card. So, thanks for watching.